What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. First things first, I want to thank you guys for watching all the SHOT Show videos. I appreciate the support. It was a good time down there. We saw a lot of cool stuff. If you haven't seen them, make sure you go check them out. I'll link them down below so you guys can go watch those. And also, merchandise is up on my website. So if you guys want to go check out any shirts or hoodies or anything like that, go over there, check it out. I'm still in the process of working on getting some hats made. I had a few made and they didn't turn out how I wanted them to. The quality isn't up to snuff, so I'm currently looking for another place to do some hats, so be on the lookout for that. But go check that out. I'll have a link for that in the description as well. But today we're going to talk about the Core Battle Belt. So I just got one of these. I haven't had one before. I have the everyday carry belts that I use all the time, but I just got a battle belt. We'll kind of unbox it. I'll show you how to set it up and give you a few reasons why I'm excited about this. So let's jump into it. So typically when I'm at the range or up on my property or whatever, I just have my normal Core everyday carry belt on, and it suited me fine. It works good, it can hold the weight. I don't really have a whole lot that I'm packing around, you know, I'm not packing all sorts of extra magazines and things like that with me. But I think this battle belt, it'll be awesome for future training sessions because I know there's a lot of trainers that require you to have a battle belt, so everything's set up, you got what you need. It'll also be awesome for when I am up at my property. The gun that I carry all the time up there, the holster that I have for it, it loops over the belt, and it is a pain in the ass to get off without taking the whole belt and everything off. If I sit down to eat or I'm running my Mini, doing some work up there, or even going in and sitting on the couch, it's always there, and it would be nice to be able to take that off easily. So I think this is gonna be awesome for that, because you can just take off that outer belt, you still have the inner belt on, and then when you're ready to go back out, just throw it right back on. So let's jump over to the bench. I'll unbox this thing, kind of take a look at it, then I'll show you guys how to set this thing up. This is how this thing comes packaged. Has a little manual for sizing, your receipt, a little gear guide, and then it's got all the stuff you're gonna need. This package right here comes with some screws and an Allen wrench, a little metal clip for the end of that belt. It also comes with a little keeper for the tail of the belt, and then a ruler measuring tape thing so you can size it and cut it accordingly. It also comes with the buckle, and they have a couple different styles that you can choose from. That's the buckle I got. And then it comes with two different belts. This one is the inner belt, which has some rigidity, kind of has Velcro all the way around. And then it has this center section that is breathable and movable. That's the part that sits right over your fly when this thing is on. It allows you to adjust the outer belt tighter or looser, depending on if you have a bunch of gear on that's heavy and you need to tighten it up a little bit, it gives a little bit so that it can tighten up. And this is the outer belt. This thing is really thick, has MOLLE all the way around it. It has Core's ratcheting system on there with, I think, 20 different adjustments. These adjust in 1/4 inch increments, and you cut both of these to size. I think this fits up to a 48-inch waist, so it accommodates a bunch of different people. I'm gonna lay this thing out and kind of show you guys how to set it up. So you're gonna line this thing up right on the end. The tape measure shows you exactly where to line it up. You're gonna line it up on that track right with the end of the belt. You may have to kind of hold this because this belt just kind of wants to roll back up. So you'll just walk it out to wherever you find your pant size. So if you're at 30-inch waist, you make a mark and cut it on the 30-inch waistline. You cut it right on the line for your pant size, whatever your pant size is. I know on the everyday carry belt, you cut it a little bit long for that overlap, but this is built into the tape measure. So you just find your pant size, mark it, and then cut it with some scissors. So just like that, get that cut off. It is kind of a chore with just normal household scissors, so make sure you have a sharp pair. And then I'm gonna grab a lighter and kind of burn over the ends of this thing. Now that we got that outer belt cut, I'm gonna lay this inner belt right on top of it, run it out, and then cut it 1 inch shorter than what we cut the outer belt at. So I'm going to cut that off right here. And then again, I'll just singe the ends of this. Now we're going to take this little metal clip that comes with it, slide it over the cut end of that inner belt that we just cut, and clamp this thing down. I'm going to hit it with my hammer a little bit. Make sure that thing's nice and clamped on there. Then we'll take our buckle, just loosen these screws out a little bit and slide this over the end of our outer belt. Now this does have a little flip up section that has claws in it that really dig into that belt. So we'll flip that up, slide this over the end of the belt. Make sure and bottom that thing out. Then roll that clamp back over and tighten down these screws. These screws are pointed so they dig into that belt material and really grab a hold of it. Now I'll just take our little keeper, open it up, it's also Velcro, and I'll just set this a little bit back off of that buckle. I may have to adjust this afterwards, but I'll just get it set in place for now. Let's jump back up off the bench where it's a little bit easier to show you guys this stuff. All right guys, here's how this thing turned out. Here's that buckle on there. It fits nice and snug. Those screws on the back side, and then those shark bite teeth that really dig into that. And then that belt keeper that sits on there, it Velcros on. Then when you ratchet this through, you can open this up and just make sure that tail's not flopping anywhere. And then this inner belt, I got it cut and that little metal tab put on the end of it. This is what's gonna go through your belt loops. When you get it on, you're gonna snug it up, Velcro that on, rotate this so this is right over the fly of your pants, and that's that adjustable section. So if you tighten up or loosen that belt, it can open up or collapse a little bit to where you can keep your belt snug on you. And you can see how that inner belt, when you tighten this thing up, it kind of collapses and that just folds over against your body. Kind of see how the inner and outer belt pair and work together. So here's how I set this thing up. Got the holster, full-size gun on there, extra magazines, got a trauma kit kind of on the back with a tourniquet and stuff like that. You can see how much weight that thing holds up. That doesn't flinch at all. Let me throw this thing on really quick. So here's how that thing fits. I got some magazines over here, gun over here, that trauma pack in the back just in case you ever need it. But that is sturdy as heck. You can adjust it really easy or loosen it up really easy. And then when you're done or you're taking a break, you got some classroom time, you can just pop this thing off. You still have that inner belt to hold your pants up, put this in your range bag, and go back into class and do the class time. But this thing's gonna work out awesome, I think. I'm really excited to try this thing out. I'm sure I'll get plenty of use out of this. I like with all my videos, I'll have a link in the description that takes you to my website, where I'll have a parts list for everything that I talk about in the videos. So I'll have more information about this belt over there if you guys want to go check it out. Also, let me know what you guys think about the merchandise. If you guys want to go check that out, that'll be over there as well. I'll have a link in the description for that. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and we'll check you guys on the next one.